Hello YouTube, this is ST with Silver Stacking 101. In this video, I am going to address the topic, do not follow the herd into a speculative bubble. First of all, what is a speculative bubble? Well, let's begin by some examples. The first example is almost unbelievable. Feel free to Google it. It is called Tulip Mania. It happened in the 1600s in Holland. It is considered to be the world's first recorded speculative bubble. Holland began importing tulip bulbs from Turkey. These bulbs went up in value to such a point that a single tulip bulb, was selling for 10 times the annual earnings of a skilled craftsman. People were trading real estate, their houses, for tulip bulbs. And eventually the market collapsed because people realized it was just tulip bulbs. Let's go to modern history. We have the .com bubble that burst. I'm sure many of us remember that. The real estate bubble. I remember watching CNBC in 2006, and a Florida real estate investor was being interviewed, and he was enjoying double-digit returns. The commentator asked him, "How long do you expect to continue to receive these returns?" He looked at the commentator and with clear conviction he said, "Indefinitely." Obviously that doesn't happen. We know what happened in the fall of 2008 and into 2009 with real estate. You silver guys, remember the last speculative bubble in silver. Now, there will be another speculative bubble. What causes it? The market makers, your JP Morgans, can manipulate and move the market by sending out signals through buy orders and sell orders. A lot of these signals are false indicators. These big market makers do not operate by chance. They have teams of mathematicians developing complex algorithms. They have teams of computer programmers taking the algorithms and placing them into computer programs for pre-programmed trading. They have teams of economists. You are like me, just one person. Now, I have this crazy notion, the way to make money through investments, other than if you hold a stock for dividends, silver doesn't throw off dividends, is to buy low and sell high. Not buy high and sell higher. The market is a somewhat sideways market right now and has been for a few years. We have fluctuations between 15 and 20, broad range. It is a good time to accumulate. It's a good time to build your stack. The most discipline that you are going to need is not buying the silver. If you're a serious silver stacker, most likely it's habitual by now anyway. The discipline will be when the next speculative bubble in silver develops, and it will, is to not buy. And that's going to be difficult. One, you're already in the habit of buying. Number two, people will take to YouTube screaming, "This is it. This is the ultimate move. You got to get in." This is why people buy silver at $30 an ounce when a year and a half prior it was 16 bucks an ounce. When the investment train leaves the station, if you are not on it already, you have missed it. Sit back, watch, and learn if you're not already on it. Because the market makers, you JP Morgans of the world, can manipulate the market. When it gets to the point they like, and they have liquidated what they want to liquidate, the market will return to normal. I'm one of the few that you will see that thinks silver is not undervalued right now. And the reason I think that is, what can I buy in terms of physical goods and services if I convert silver at present price to fiat money? And compare that historically, what could the same amount of silver buy me in goods and services? We're pretty much on par historically. And by historically, I mean 20th century into the 21st century. So we're not deviating from that. One thing about these people that make price predictions, if you go back and look at old internet articles, the same people every single year will say silver is going to double this year. A lot of their videos, however, have been removed because at the end of the year they were wrong. It's obvious. So they will remove their videos. But the text of articles that report their predictions are still online. Now, when it does double, and it will eventually, I'm not going to give you a time frame, but there will be another speculative bubble in silver. These same guys will go, see, I predicted this year. I said it was going to happen this year. I'm an expert. Well, if you predict it every single year, eventually you're going to be right. Also, and this is very important, you don't buy into a rising market because you're never sure when the bubble's going to burst and you left with high dollar silver. I've heard the story time and time again. There has been people commented on my videos, it happened to them. You sell in a rising market. I'm not saying if it goes to 22, sell, but if it goes to 30, you may consider divesting some of your stack. Goes to 40, some more of your stack. You sell in the rising market. You sell when everybody's buying. Now, what gave rise to this video, the genesis of this video, is one of the stores that I buy silver from has a take a number machine. I have never seen that machine in use. So I asked the proprietor, she's a very nice lady and I have done business with her for a while now, why that machine was there. When silver was in the 30s and going up, she had so many people coming in to buy, she had to get a take a number machine, and so they could all be waited on in order. That's how much demand she had. But when it was 16, 17, nobody's buying it. Does that make sense? If it's cheap, you don't buy it. If it's running up, it was high. And a lot of those people, when the bubble burst, got left and are holding $30 silver today. So that's a way to avoid the problem. Sell into a rising market. Use your dollar cost averaging in reverse. Set up points that you will sell X percentage of your holdings. Keep in mind, do not sell your prepper silver ever. This is investment silver we are talking about. And there's nothing wrong with saying, no matter what, I'm going to hang on to X percent of my stack. I hope you enjoyed this video. The next video I am going to do will be midweek, and it's going to be the biggest investment mistake I have ever made. Next weekend, we are going to have Where is the Gold? Has the United States been the victim, or has the citizenry of the United States been the victim of the biggest heist in world history? We don't know. There's no audit. We'll talk about that. Subscribe, like, comment. Love your comments. God bless you. We'll see you. Thank you for viewing.